Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are doing a recorded interview with Brian and Sharon from Farpoint. We are getting ready for Farpoint, which is happening on Friday, January 30th to Sunday, February 1st. I'll try to fix that later. Um, but it is awesome to have Sharon and Brian with me. Sharon is the con chair, and Brian is head of the cosplay track for Farpoint. So we're going to be sitting down and talking with both of them and hanging out and having a good time. So thank you all for being here.
Oh,
Glad
you're
to be
very
here.
welcome. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. So Sharon, the first question is for you. What is Farpoint and how did you get involved in the convention? And then, Brian, I would love to know how you got involved as well.
um, well, Farpoint is an annual convention that this year will be our 33rd year. It was started as a typical science fiction convention, mostly focused on Star Trek, because back 33 years ago, Star Trek was was the thing, and it still is because this year is their 60th anniversary. But over the years, we expanded our focus to all the things that fans told us they're interested in, and that includes the creative and artistic side of fandom. Because with the advent of personal computers and all the other tools that you can use at home to make your own art, make your own costumes, make your own games, etc., we realized that a lot of the general arts nonprofit foundations do not focus comparatively tightly on the arts in the areas of science fiction, fantasy, comics, anime, and horror. And so we saw the opportunity there to use the nonprofit operating model to showcase artists and creators in our field that are creating independently their own works to share with the world. So our programming, it kind of has a two sides to the different tracks. We have tracks talking about movies and TV shows and things fans are interested in, but then we also have tracks that go deeper into the how-tos, how to begin your journey as a creator, or how to improve the skills you already have, and as a way of encouraging and showcasing this side of our community. And so you will find a lot of local artists and creators and cosplayers being highlighted as guests on our different tracks. And those of you that are interested in learning about these skills are welcome to come and chat with them and attend the different panels and discussions to improve your skills. Because no matter how long you've been doing anything, it's any type of creative outlet, it costs your time, it costs your money. And so we want to help folks learn to use their resources better, and definitely learn about getting and showing what they do with other folks.
Nice.
And then above all that, Farpoint becomes a giant nerdy house party for the weekend with you and about 1,000 of your heretofore unknown closest friends.
Yes, absolutely. And how did you get involved with Farpoint?
Well, back before it became Farpoint, the organizing group that we work with staged other conventions. The first one was ClipperCon, and then when the group changed managing owners, it became October Trek, and that was in the height of the Next Generation days. And that's when I became involved. I was a helper, and I helped, and they seemed to like how I helped. And so then the first year of Farpoint, I was invited to take over as programming chair, which I did for quite a few years. And then I was kind of voluntold or asked to, could you please
Chair.
become con-chair? And I've been the con-chair. This will be my 25th year as con-chair.
Wow, that's
I know
incredible.
my family is seriously questioning my sanity at times.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Brian, how did you get involved in Farpoint?
Um, well,
You can tell the truth.
to
Were you?
to expand on Sharon's thing, Farpoint has a tradition of be careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
Um, so I started attending Farpoint in the late '90s,
Hmm.
year or two after I moved down to the Northern Virginia area, and it quickly became one of my favorite conventions. So one day I came up to Sharon and I'm like, "Hey, Sharon, I've been an attendee for a couple of years and I really enjoy it. It's one of my favorite cons, and I'd love to get involved helping in some way."
Hmm.
Thinking as this new kid in the area, not knowing anybody on the committee, that it would be along the lines of, oh, night security or badge check in the hallways or general runner. And she's like, "Hi, welcome to the committee. The science chair is stepping down and we need a replacement." So since then, I've been science chair. Uh, oh God, several different positions: science chair, uh, charity auction chair.
Hmm.
Currently, my partner Sarah and I, we do the program book, and we run the cosplay track and the costume contest on Saturday nights. So also Sharon's general minion, and you'll see us a lot at the regional conventions at our publicity tables. We seem to be one of the core groups of our community that does that. So yeah, that was my involvement in Farpoint.
Nice, nice. I love it.
He walked up, he was right there when I needed a science chair.
Yep.
Why
Completely
not?
disregarding the fact that Brian is not a scientist.
You can
At that
wrangle some
at that
science.
point, I think I had attended 2 or 3 science panels total.
You can
But
round up some science guests,
but
right?
yeah, exactly. But one of the things I love about Farpoint is that there is so much that is there, and that is why it became one of my favorite events
Yeah.
very quickly. And the adage of "be careful what you wish for." You may get it. But yeah, it's been a great run working with the group and Sharon herding all of us cats for all this time to put on the event. It's been fantastic, and looking forward to continue doing it. So, and I hope to see everybody at Farpoint this year.
Yeah.
More and more people. We're at our new hotel, so
Yes.
looking
Yeah.
forward to that.
Yeah. I've, talking to you all at various conventions that we all attend together and everything. It's been fun, like catching up with you all about like what you all are doing and like herding the cat herding and all of that stuff. Like it's been fun to like listen to those stories and it's been great. And I just want to say before we dive into another question here, you all do an incredible job with the programming and the convention. The cosplay track is incredible. Like
Thank
it's
you.
so well done. The amount of love and care that goes into the masquerade and just the cosplay community for this convention is great. And I love the introduction of the exhibit hall cosplay contest now. Like I think that is a really cool thing because if people can't make it to the masquerade on Saturday night, it is nice that they can still have that contest on Saturday. So
hmm One of my just to interject real quick. One of
yeah,
my personal uh, bugaboos. I don't know right word for it. With a lot of conventions is there's always cosplayers. Cosplaying and costuming has been around forever
yeah,
since there was first fandom. Um, but again, the fit with Farpoint is I have been a cosplayer for years. I haven't been as active lately. I've been running events. So
Sorry.
um, my personal philosophy is again what Sharon said. Creators
yeah,
of every level. I want to give the opportunity and provide an area and a venue for people of every level, every ability, and every interest to be able to show off their work. As Sharon said, creators, they spend untold amount of time and
yeah,
money and effort into their events, into their cosplays and costumes. And it's my job to provide a encouraging, safe, enjoyable environment for cosplayers of every level, talent, and ability. So that's why we're always up for. I'm always interested in hearing comments for improvements.
Yeah.
What is working, what isn't working. Like you said, last year we started a hall costume contest, which is continuing this year. So our band of roving photographers will be wandering through the convention, snapping instant photos, which will be put on a display board for attendees to vote on over the weekend. And then Sunday we'll be announcing the winners. And our costume contest Saturday night, which you and Eve have attended and participated in several times, and thank you and all that stuff. So that's why I do it. I've had encouraging people in my costuming past, and I want to pay that forward and provide it for the community. And I don't care if you're a little kid or building a shopping bag Jedi belt to want to show that off to, if you're a professional master molder that does fully articulated battle frames. I want to see it all. So that's my soapbox on the cosplay side.
No, I love it. It goes back to what Sharon said. Creativity is a huge part of Farpoint, and one of the charities that you all work with is Artway Alliance and Eric, and they do an incredible job. How did that partnership come to be?
Well, we kind of stumbled across each other right about when Artway Alliance was starting, actually. One of the very first conventions, if I remember, that I met them at was Southern Maryland Comic Con. And I was watching across the way what they were doing, and I thought it was really cool because they brought a whole bunch of different little exercising classes and shared them with the attendees there. And I started talking to Eric and realized that they're a 501c3 nonprofit, and we were setting up ours at the time. And I realized that we could, as nonprofits, support each other, because what Artway Alliance does is they are a network of artists that Eric, who is the leader of that band of merry creative people, comes along, and they are willing to bring their classes, their knowledge to share with conventions, Boy and Girl Scout troops, neighborhood centers, summer camps. Basically, their message is very similar to ours, is that anyone can be a creator. And their focus in particular is encouraging and showing younger creators and up-and-coming creators how they can take their interest and move it into a career. And of course, it's a lot of the artistic side of our industries are connected with STEM topics because of just the mechanical abilities and the knowledge you need to make a realistic looking character in a drawing, or Artway in itself has people who can even offer classes in and especially 3D animation art. So they at times will set up a little work area classroom with some computers and talk animation, which involves not only the artistic side of the work, but also how to use these technologies we have in our homes to be artistic and to share what you're doing. And they have been our partner for over 10 years now, and we are very proud to be one of their home conventions.
That's incredible. I know last year we finally made it up to where Artway was doing their stuff last year. And talking with Eric, it was such a cool experience because he's so passionate about the maker space and the creator space and all of that. Like,
he is. And what I really love working with them in particular is that as busy as they are with not only pursuing their goals as Artway Alliance and also their individual work, they still, we look out for them and they look out for opportunities for us to also spread the word. And so they've just been excellent partners, and just they're just such awesome folks, every single one of them.
Yeah, that is awesome. I wanted to talk about another charity that you work with, and then we'll get into some more fun questions here. The Julian Fleming Memorial Fund. I wanted to ask about that. I know that we've talked about it before in the past, but for those that don't know, what is the Julian Fleming Memorial Fund?
Julian Fleming Fund was started, oh golly, about 10, 12 years ago. I can't remember. Sorry, Karen, I can't remember exactly when you guys incorporated. But a local Star Trek club in the Northern Virginia area was working with the Fleming family closely to support them while their little boy Julian, was undergoing treatment for cancer. He was very ill. And of course, as you know, the costs of caring and for a chronically or terminally ill family member can be catastrophic. And what the Star Trek Club did, it was the USS Athena. They worked to help the family raise. They ran fundraisers. They encouraged people to support the family in however way they could. And Julian did live longer than it was originally thought, which is amazing in this day and age. But eventually, with his loss, the USS Athena members asked permission to establish the fund in his name, which they have. And what they do is all the money they raise goes to grants to help other families with chronically and terminally ill children throughout the United States.
That's incredible, and they do an amazing job of raising money.
Well, that was the neat thing for us, is because it was started by a Star Trek club, and Star Trek fans are known for, and science fiction fans, I should say, are also known throughout the country and even internationally for their generosity. And supporting this level of generosity for us, adopting them as one of our official charities, it really was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Because these were fans and they were reaching out to help other people.
That's awesome. I mean, I love when fans help each other out, when people just come together and help each other out. That's amazing. Gonna move on to some lighter topics now. I mean, I'm not downplaying that. I mean, it's incredible.
We know what you mean.
Yeah. Okay, who is so Farpoint gets some incredible guests every year. This question is for both of you. Who is your dream guest that you haven't booked?
Well, for me, I would love to have have like Patrick Stewart or Kate Mulgrew. For us as a small convention, a lot of those wish lists come down to pricing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because especially when you look at when you're organizing a convention, you definitely have to balance the costs of hosting your celebrity guests against the size of the venue. Plays a big part into the amount of guest funds you have available, because people who come to the convention, part of the money that they pay for their tickets continues to help pay for the expenses bringing these guests in. And smaller venues like a hotel can only seat so many people. And so you have to juggle and analyze what's coming in versus what would have to go out with the guest expenses. And so someone like Patrick Stewart or Kate Mulgrew would be wonderful but it's never reached the point where the budget and the fees would match the income and the outgo. But I would love to have them someday. So hey, if they're Patrick, Kate, if you're ever in the mood to do a solid for a cute little charity, we got one for you.
Yes, absolutely. That's awesome. Brian.
That's a good question. I honestly don't know. I have thoroughly enjoyed the limited time I've spent talking with and meeting with the guests that we've had, from the little guest stars up to the headliners, and the voice actors and the artists. I mean, I've been thinking about this. Honestly, I don't have an answer. Like, to be fair, to be honest, I don't have an answer.
Yeah.
So, the most timely one, again, it goes back to the stardom and name. I'd love someone possibly like Holly Hunter from Starfleet Academy.
Yeah.
The new cruise. I'm loving what I've seen so far, and I love the casting. So
that's cool.
I'll anyone. And if they would judge our masquerade contest, even better.
Yeah, that actually brings me to actually, you already answered the question, because I was going to say, how do you pick the guests for conventions and stuff? But it is definitely a lot about all the behind the scenes stuff, for budgeting and venue.
It's a tap dance, you know.
Yeah.
What the money available versus the money it would cost versus the guests themselves being available, and or even interested. Some actors do not, you know, for various reasons, they don't do conventions or don't do many of them. And so it's always an interesting few months when you're going through the negotiation period.
Well, and if I can plug Sharon, you know, it also, I've noticed over the past many years, you know, maintaining a good relationship with the actors, their agents and their agencies, you know, also helps, because Sharon has developed these relationships, and the Farpoint committee in general have developed these relationships with the actors' agencies, that they know us for the most part. We know them. They know what kind of venue and environment we are, and you know, the partnership there also helps. So it's been great.
Yeah. I love that you have been getting a lot of voice actors as well, like in the past few years, because voice acting is such an incredible part of the acting industry, because I mean, they have to do all those noises and still act out a full script like that. That's incredible. And for you all to get these voice actors are great, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Ross Marquand and talking with him about his voice acting career when at the upcoming convention. I wanted to ask you all, what are the things you nerd out the most about?
Oh, well, I nerd out about a lot of the costumes and a lot of the art, and just the different creativity you see, just even at other conventions. We're on the convention floor at our booth, and people walk by. They're in these beautiful costumes, and Brian nerds out right along with me, because when they come up to you, you get a chance to see up close what they've done, and you look at it and you're just amazed, because I can do little bits of what some of these, especially the cosplayers, do, because I can sew a basic seam, I can put on a button, but then you see this wonderful elaborate embroidery and applique work, and okay, mind blown at that point. And especially on Thursday night at Farpoint, when they're loading in the art show, and a lot of the art is sent into us in advance by these artists who, I mean, you talk about being trustworthy. These fairly well-known artists are trusting us with their precious creations, and seeing that come in, and seeing, again, you get a chance to see it up close, and it's just amazing what folks can do. And and you learn, and I personally learn about just talking with them or just reading about what they've done. It just amazes me because so many folks come up with ideas that I never would have thought of. But then when I hear about it, I'm like, why didn't I think of that? And it's just amazing. So I guess I could say I nerd out about just people's creativity and their interests and their willingness to share them with everybody else.
It's fair. I like that.
And Sharon stole my answer. But yeah, the creativity and the community, to expand on that, the shared interests, the discussions we can have with people of all backgrounds. I've over the past 30 some years of being involved in conventions, I've made friends on 3 continents. So I mean, we obviously don't see each other very often, but the internet is lovely for that. All backgrounds, all interests, all people. It's great. I guess Sharon, Farpoint is a family, an extended family of people you don't know yet. So
Yeah.
that's if I have to put my finger on it, that's my nerd out area is just the creativity and the fandoms in general.
Yeah, I mean, I look at that too. I mean, the creativity that's on display at Farpoint and all the various fandoms. Like, this is a place where Star Wars fans can come together and argue who shot first, and Star Trek fans can come together and argue who the better captain is, Kirk or Picard, and we both know it's Cisco. You know, like all those things. But it is definitely a really cool place, and you hit the nail on the head. It is like being part of a family, and it doesn't matter if you're a newcomer or somebody that's been there for a long time. You all have this amazing way of like welcoming people in and just making them feel part of this thing, and then talking about memories in the past and like explaining jokes for people like that's great too. Like Rachel Wyman is perfect at doing stuff like that, like just explaining, like every year at the masquerade she talks about something that happened at like a past masquerade. Like that's great. Yeah, I mean, and then Brian, I nerded out with you last year over your old 96er shirt that you had from the Great Outdoors. Like,
yes,
that was awesome.
My friends and I are nothing if not connoisseurs of the obscure joke and the obscure oddball mashup. So yeah, like I said, I haven't really been actively making many costumes or cosplays for myself the last several years, but thanks to the world of heat transfer vinyl and the Cricut machines or the brother cutters and t-shirts, it's the quick, easy way to nerd out. And I like to throw together a bunch of those to walk around with, just to keep find out who gets the jokes and who remembers the obscure comments from fandoms. So
yes, Sharon, I love that you talked about cosplay and everything. We tabled with you at Baltimore Comic-Con, and anytime somebody was in a costume and you didn't recognize it, you asked about that cosplay. You asked them to like explain that character and everything, and that just I loved that. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah. Well, thank you. No, it's because regardless of whether I recognize the character or the concept, the work you can see that they put into it is still there. And the fact that this person loved this character or this show or movie or book enough to recreate a character from that universe, that means there's folks interested in it. And that helps us as a convention expand our knowledge of what fans and attendees and potential attendees are interested in, so that we can continue to meet the needs of these of our community.
Mhm.
The work that Artway Alliance does also helps in that regard, because I can see the different classes that they are staging at different times, and they do personalize what they stage with every event that they work at. And so that also helps me realize, oh, there is an audience for this. Like right now, I'm really watching with interest the Five Nights at Freddy's fandom,
Yes.
because that is very, those fans are very dedicated.
Mhm.
But then I also watch, there's a lot going on right now with creators looking into and working on creating their own games.
Mhm.
And that's an area that would be possibly of interest to talk to someone about, because a lot of these game designers, they do start out just making something for them and their friends to play. And it becomes something of interest to a bigger group of people. And next thing you know, they've got a game.
Yeah.
But that's how a lot of these things start. It's people just, sharing their interest with each other. And then every once in a while, the lightning strikes and it becomes bigger than anyone ever thought it would be.
Yeah. I have one final question for you all. Say somebody has never been to Farpoint before, and they have an interest in going. What is one piece of advice that you would give that person for Farpoint?
Um, for me, it would be actually a couple pieces of advice.
Sure.
First off, definitely use our online app,
Yeah.
headed by Mr. Brian there, because it's interactivity. It basically is the entire program book on your handheld device. So because it does include not only the names of the activities and the times and the rooms, it also has the description
Mhm.
of those things. And definitely for anyone new to our community and our convention, please, talk to us. Let us know you're here. Let us know what you're interested in. We have an information desk right there in the main area for those folks there are phenomenal, and they're willing and definitely excited about helping you find what you want to do and getting you there. And just please come and hang out with us, and come when we open, stay all the way till we close, when we close on Sunday with our open committee meeting, which is where we sit in front of our fans and our attendees, and they tell us what we did right, what we did wrong, and what they're interested in. We get our best ideas from the people who talk to us.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. Brian.
Yeah, self plug again. Sharon stole one of my answers. Is our online guide. One word: myconschedule.com.
Yeah.
It is It's a web app, so it's as long as you have internet, you should be able to get to it. It is being updated continually, so convention. The only way you can get a final schedule for a convention is the day after the convention is over. But we do our best to not have that happen. But in general, reach out to us, ask us questions, find us at our publicity events, other conventions. Come up, chat with us, join us on Facebook. Reach out, email us. Contact information is on our website. If you do reach out to us and it takes a little bit for us to get back to you, we do apologize. Also, however much we do love putting on Farpoint and getting the word out there, we do have these things called jobs that allows us to do things. So this isn't our full-time job. But yeah, reach out to us. We're our staff and our committee and everybody involved in running Farpoint loves to talk with our attendees and our potential attendees and guests, answer any questions, and encourage you to show up.
Awesome. Well, I am looking forward to it. I know a lot of people that I've talked to are really looking forward to this weekend coming up. It's going to be fun, and that's the thing. Just come hang out with us. Like
Mhm.
that's it. Come cosplay, go to panels, all that fun stuff. It's going to be a fun weekend.
It
So
will.
yes. Once again, thank you, Brian. Thank you, Sharon, so much for joining me. And that is it for us. We will see you this weekend at Farpoint. So we'll
Yes.
see you
Yes,
then.
sir. Hmm.
Thanks a lot.